Hey everyone, what is going on? And I'm very excited to announce that the Silph Arena had just announced the Sorcerous Cup, which is the themed cup for the month of June. So yeah, we're going to be having a brand new cup for June. It's going to be remote only, and I am super excited for this cup. It looks really promising. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the rules that they have going for us, and then we're going to jump into pvpoke.com. And if you have a tournament, an early tournament, whether it be a practice tournament before June or an early tournament that happens in June, definitely contact me because I would be more than happy to shoutcast it. I would absolutely love to shoutcast it. So it says the Sorcerous Cup, global PvP tournament, all ages, national global rank. We know that. Conquer your most powerful team and conjure your most powerful team and conquer the mystic forces. So yeah, we know the rules and everything. So the rules: bring your strongest team of 6, each with max 1500 CP and at least one of these types. So the types are going to be Ice, Poison, Fairy, Psychic, and Normal. And then it says, note, Pokemon with a second charge move that costs more than 50k dust to purchase Shadow Pokemon, Dugong, and Alolan Raichu are not going to be permitted for this cup. So you can see that on the side. And they do go ahead and give you a list of the eligible Pokemon that you could choose, whether it be from the Kanto, Johto, Hoenn. It doesn't matter what region it's from. So you can go ahead and check the eligible Pokemon for yourself. So let's go ahead and jump onto PvPoke. I'm going to keep this video short, and we're not going to go over all these Pokemon, but for the first, I guess, 10, 11, 12 Pokemon, we have Alolan Muck. Obviously, before PvPoke even updated, I was like, Alolan Muck seems broken for this cup. And lo and behold, we have Alolan Muck as ranked number 1. Going to count as so many Pokemon, and it counts as the fairy types, right? You know, it's just going to be so good. It's only weak to ground. That's its only weakness. So Alolan Muck is definitely probably going to be a staple on everybody's team. There's definitely ground attacks that you will see, so it's not going to be invincible. It's also going to take quite a bit of damage from like fighting types, like a counter user like Toxicroak. So it's not invincible, but it's definitely a really solid pick and a Pokemon that you're probably going to see on every single team, including mine. I can't imagine not using this Pokemon. So Snarl, Dark Pulse, and Sludge Wave is what they recommend, and that's definitely what I would suggest as well for the moveset if you're going with Alolan Muck. So next up we have Noctowl. I didn't even think of Noctowl until I saw this list. Obviously, I only saw it a couple seconds before PvPoke updated. That's how quick they are. But Wing Attack, Sky Attack, and Nightshade. You could also go Psychic. Nightshade, yeah, I guess maybe the way to go. But, you know, that's definitely Noctowl for you. It's definitely going to be a good pick for this cup. I mean, we do have Ice Pokemon that you could use. Like, well, Azumarill is not an Ice type, but it has Ice Beam. As well as Frostlass, another Ice Pokemon, Alolan Sandslash, which is going to be eligible. So, not unbeatable, but definitely going to be a solid pick. At number 3, we have Munchlax. Now, I actually do not have a Munchlax that I invested in at all, but I know Jokes was talking about this Pokemon before PvPoke updated, and he was definitely right. It is ranked number 3 with Lick, Body Slam, and Bulldoze. Now, Bulldoze will be super effective against unbeatable Pokemon, quote unquote, like Alolan Muck, right, and other poison types, because poison is another eligible type for this cup, and you're definitely going to want to probably at least attempt to use Munchlax. I mean, it only costs 10k for a second move, so it's definitely a Pokemon that you're going to want to invest in. Plus, Lick is going to be super effective against those Psychic types, which is eligible for this cup. So, Munchlax, probably a Pokemon you are going to see in this cup on a lot of different teams. So, right now, I'm leaning towards Alolan Muck and Munchlax for sure. But again, obviously, things can change. These are just my initial impressions. But that's definitely what I'm looking at. Next up, we have number 4, which is going to be Toxicroak. This is another Pokemon that I am probably most definitely going to include on my team, but obviously things could always change, right? So Toxicroak is ranked number 4, as I said, so it has counter, so it's going to be super effective to those normal types like Munchlax, or even other normal types like Lickitung or Lickilicky, because normal is an eligible type. Fighting is not, but since Toxicroak is also part poison, Toxicroak is going to be eligible, and it's also going to have Mud Bomb as one of its moves. So it's going to be super effective to the poison and dark types, which are only weak to ground attacks. So Toxicroak is definitely going to be a big player in this cup. Obviously, as I said, Noctowl is ranked number 2 on pvpoke.com. So you know, it's going to that would definitely counter it, but Toxicroak is still doing a lot of damage with counter as well, so it can even fight back against Pokemon like that, but obviously Noctowl would be a good answer. So the first four Pokemon are four Pokemon probably going to see on a lot of players' teams. I don't know how diverse this meta will be, but I could totally be wrong. I mean, obviously, there could be a diverse meta. We'll have to see what other people go with. There could be other Pokemon that are lower ranks as well that just work really well and people know how to use quite nicely, especially if it's a surprise factor, right? But those four Pokemon, definitely very solid picks, the top four, and definitely want to at least try it out. At the very least, try them out. So three of them I have invested in. The Munchlax I just didn't invest in it yet, so I will for this cup. So I'm definitely going to be really excited to try those out. I can't wait for these battles, actually. And on number 5 is actually going to be Skunk Tank with Poison Jab, Crunch, and Sludge Bomb. It also has access to Flamethrower, but they are not recommending Flamethrower. I do think Flamethrower could be good, but I guess they're not recommending it. I mean, Ice is eligible, so you would think maybe it would be good against those, but this is the moveset PvPoke is recommending, and Skunk Tank is another Poison and Dark type, similar to Alolan Muck, so it's another Pokemon that is going to be weak to ground attacks like Munchlax's Bulldoze or Toxicroak's Mud Bomb. Plus, it's going to be taking some good damage from counter from Toxicroak because of how high Toxicroak's attack stat is. So Skunk Tank could definitely be a good option. I do think Alolan Muck is probably better, but Skunk Tank you might see. And, that's just my opinion. As I said, just my first impressions. But you may disagree, or you may have a different first impression, and we'll just have to see how the meta develops as well. But that is going to be Skunk Tank for you. And then we're moving on to number 6, which is going to be a Azumarill. Now, Azumarill is pretty much good in every cup it's eligible in. It wasn't as good in the Forest Cup, although you still saw people run it, right? I mean, I definitely saw people use Azumarill. I battled against a couple of Azumarill, not as common as previous cups or in the Open Great League for the Go Battle League, but it's still a good Pokemon. Now, the moveset they are recommending is going to be Bubble, Play Rough, and Hydro Pump, so no Ice Beam on this set. Very interesting. So we'll have to see about that, but that's the moveset they are currently recommending for Azumarill. And yeah, I mean, Azumarill probably going to be good. I mean, Poison is eligible, so you do have to watch out for the Poison types, right? Obviously, you don't want to have your Azumarill against Poison Pokemon, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be good, especially if it has some of these powerful moves. So we'll have to see. Azumarill definitely doesn't seem as good as previous cups, just because, as I said, those Poison types are eligible, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be good. If Azumarill is eligible for a cup, it's probably going to be good, even if it's not on everybody's team. Plus, it's ranked high, right? It's ranked number 6, so definitely going to be a solid pick, and we'll have to see, as I said, how that plays out. So moving on to number 7 is going to be Lickilicky. So very interesting. Now, Lickilicky does have Lick and Body Slam, the same moveset as Munchlax, as well as Lickitung. But it also has Earthquake, which obviously is going to destroy those Dark and Poison types like Alolan Muck or Skunk Tank, or actually any Poison type, not just those, but yeah, Earthquake definitely going to be doing a lot. So if you got that Legacy moveset on either Lickitung or Lickilicky Body Slam from the raid day, you might definitely want to try it out. I mean, ranked number 7 for Lickilicky and number 9 for Lickitung. So as I said, you might definitely want to try out these Pokemon. I don't think I will. I have them. I have those Community Day moves. I didn't invest in them. Maybe I'll try them out. We'll see. But as I said, I like the Pokemon towards the top of the list a little bit more, I think. So we'll see. But definitely going to be solid options if you want to give them a go. And Lick and Body Slam, just really powerful moves altogether. Lickitung actually has Power Whip instead of Earthquake. So, yeah. So, might want to give them a try. I could be wrong. They could be dominating this cup. We'll have to see, as I said. But then, number 8 is going to be Frostlass with Powder Snow, Avalanche, and Shadow Ball. I love Frostlass. I really do. It won me like multiple Twilight Cups or like Mirror Cups whenever we had them. Frostlass is just such an amazing Pokemon. And it's really squishy. It's really frail. But it's still a really good Pokemon. So if you want to try out something that's going to be really hitting hard, right? It does a lot of damage. Frostlass is definitely the way to go. I'll probably try out Frostlass. As I said, though, it is really squishy. So especially if you're running into like a Lick user like Munchlax or Lickitung or Lickilicky, it's going to go down really fast because it is a ghost. So that's one thing you have to watch out for. But other than that, it's a really solid pick. And so we have number 10, which is going to be Hypno with Confusion, Thunder Punch, and Shadow Ball. So no Ice Punch, probably because it's ice types, and nothing in this cup is really weak to it, at least the feature types. So that makes a lot of sense, obviously. So Hypno going to be a very solid pick. And then number 11 is going to be Alolan Raticate. Number 12 is Tentacruel. And yeah, that's all we're going to talk about for today for those cups. If you want to go ahead and check out pvpoke.com, definitely recommend it. And you could check out all the Pokemon. There's other Pokemon that are going to be lower ranked, but still really good. So you definitely want to go ahead and check out these ranks for yourself. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. I hope you have a good day. This was actually longer than I thought. I said it wasn't going to be a long video, but it happened to be. I just started talking and I couldn't stop. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.